The presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 general election, Peter Obi, has screamed at the dilapidated state of the national assets in the country. Obi was heartbroken on Wednesday as the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, as he watched a disabled being carried along with his wheelchair through the staircase as the elevator and escalator at the airport have been down for 3 months now. Writing in his X-handle platform, the LP standard bearer wondered why public assets are overlooked by leaders. He also frowned at the presidency's claim that the president of the country is embarking on a private trip, saying that there is nothing private for his sitting president. According to the former Anambra State governor, just yesterday, I saw a heart-wrenching sight of a physically challenged traveler in a wheelchair being carried up the stairs by 4 men at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Abuja, because neither the elevator nor the escalator had been functional for the past 3 months. The situation becomes more disturbing when you imagine that such is happening in our nation's capital. Nation's capital, not even in all these other states, where our dignitaries and foreign investors travel through constantly. This was the same airport and the same day that our dear president flew out on a private visit. He said, "I have been wondering what is private for a sitting president who is not on vacation to embark on a public-funded private visit. May I humbly remind the president that he is now a public national asset. Therefore, all his movements now should be public knowledge and matters of public interest, even when he needs a private visit like a holiday, family gathering, and so on. He should state so, which is graciously allowed, but private visits like the one he has embarked on now should be done at his expense and not at public cost. This is part of the cost-costing measures desperately needed by the nation now. We now require savings of sorts of deal with every little issue that requires attention, like the maintenance of small public assets. Otherwise, how do we explain as a country that for the past 3 months, both the escalator and elevator at the domestic wing of Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Abuja, have remained dysfunctional? I often wonder how we the leaders feel traveling in sophisticated manners while the majority of our infrastructure being used by the majority, including our foreign investors, is left dilapidated. The situation we find ourselves in calls for such drastic cuts in the cost of governance and attendant savings to be appropriately used for every minor public good. That is the spirit of the new Nigeria we are clamoring for. I must, however, acknowledge some of efforts by the president to cut costs, like his recent 60% cost on travel, but that it is still if insignificant given the quantum of problems waiting to be tackled, like the elevator issue in our prime airports. I think after Peter Obi making this complaint, I learned that they have been able to quickly, do something about it. I think I'm going to talk about that later. But this is just the fact, because you see that a lot of them, it's not a Peter Obi is not the first person that is seeing this thing, but the rest ones, they just look the other way. But since they are okay, the rest things can be, anyhow. The rest people they can use anything dilapidated, things that are not even things that are substandard. A lot of politicians must have seen this thing, but none of them has raised the alarm. But people who do not even have a voice in the society must have seen it, but nobody will listen to them. But for the fact that Peter Obi is one of the, lead voices in this country, at least they are hearing it, and I'm sure they have done something. But this is the reason why he talked about this whole thing. But I'm sure a lot of people want to play politics with it. They are not even ashamed. Even you that you are talking about it, you didn't know. A lot of us didn't know, especially if you are not using that area of, especially if you don't even have anything to do with the airports. You don't even care. You don't even know what is going on. But for the fact that some people still know, it's not going to even do. It's not make anything or any sense to them. But like I said, some people who are influential like Peter Obi must have seen it, but they won't say anything. But the ones who are not influential must have talked, must have complained, but they will not say anything. You see that when you go to all these other countries, it's not safe for those countries. When you see their airports, you like, even some African countries, you like, what is happening? But these are the things we've been complaining in Nigeria for God knows when. Everything about us is substandard. Everything is substandard. They know. Even for some of you who do not even know the problem in this Abuja Nnamdi Azikiwe airport, so you have gone outside this country, especially that Lagos. You see how horrible and terrible it is. But you go to other airports outside Nigeria, you love it. But when somebody you see now, all those useless people, I call them useless. They are going to attack Obina for saying this. They will say, oh, because he did not win an election. You see that you don't have sense. You are going to hear them. They don't have sense. Now that he has called their attention to it, is it not a shame? Like I said, many of influential people like Peter Obi must have seen it. They won't bother. They don't care. They don't care at all. Making noise on everything on your 8 years in Anambra, what is your achievement? You see, the useless set of people I'm talking about. Tribalism go kill somebody. Yes, they are saying something, and you say you want to attract investors. See, that's why they will not take you serious. They will not take you serious. Nigeria youth, in case you don't know, there are people are praying every day for the nation to remain this way. You know why? They are benefiting from the calamity the leaders faced Nigeria with. So no matter what you talk, they don't even see reasons with you. So my advice to the youth is to rise with wisdom and take what rightfully belongs to them. Enough is enough. That is exactly what it ought to be. But you are seeing somebody saying that it's every issue. Is it not an embarrassment? Somebody is saying, like as if I knew somebody is going to come out and be talking nonsense. The truth is bitter. Someone say, Obi, go and find something reasonable to do. That is why your life remains like this. That is why the politicians will not even take you serious. Like I said, a lot of people who are not influentials, every day Nigeria must have seen this problem. They will talk, nobody will hear their voice. I'm talking, I'm hearing it. I didn't know because I don't even go to Abuja. I don't even know Abuja. So I don't even go to the airport. So I wouldn't have even know what is going on. At least the one in Lagos, one can even say, yes, I know what is happening there. It's not something that you can be proud of. Now, they are calling the attention of some of the government who are bent, the people who are bent in spending the resources of the country. Anyhow, you are saying that they should go and look for something to do. Yes, you are telling him to go and look for something to do. You are not okay at all. They are not okay. You are short-sighted, bro. You are indeed a criminal for your clueless, fraudulent fraudster to continue taking Nigeria backward. So guys, let's say your opinion on how your take on this.